Hello and welcome everybody. Today we are doing a comparison between two different sets of poker chips. In reality, two different types of poker chips. Now, this is just my opinion. You're free to develop your own opinion. I'm just sharing what I can here on YouTube to help your purchase decision. So, we are comparing the Outlaw series with the Tiki King series. On the left, this contender has a metal slug, so it'll be a heavier chip. And it's also made out of ABS, which is a pretty durable plastic. However, it has a sticker label. Whereas ceramics don't have any label or inlay or anything, whereas a casino chip will have a actual inlay. By way of news, Paulson GPI no longer offers their blue chip promotional chips, so these will never be made again, unfortunately. I try to make update videos, but I just get so busy, so sneak that into this video. So, it doesn't have to be the Outlaw series. This happens to be one of my favorites. These are available through Discount Poker Chip or discountpokershop.com. I'll try to put a link in the description or in the comments, wherever. And these Tiki Kings were purchased. I purchased all of the chips that you see here with my own money. These Tiki Kings I purchased through BR Pro Poker. I've had very good luck with BR Pro Poker. One of my favorite sets. Both of these are some of my favorites. It doesn't have to be this set. Like, for example, Discount Poker Shop. Again, I purchased these with my own money as well. They have these lovely horseshoe poker chips right here. Lucky Horseshoe, I think they're called. These are also beautiful chips. Smooth edges, no harsh flashing around the edges. So, you know, there are more options out there. I'm just comparing these two. Now, first thing we're going to do, as usual, let's pull in some of these Outlaws. Let's move these over here for a little bit, and let's play a quick hand. Now, I'm on a piece of leather, which makes it a little bit more difficult to shuffle and slide cards around because the leather is a little bit sticky. We're going to call that good enough. So, first thing we do, we have our pot right here. This is, you know, we're just seeing how the chips do. It's good to see them in action. I'm going to deal myself a hand at home. Deal yourself a hand. We'll use these Tiki Kings as a card protector. Deal yourself a hand. Obviously, we could have the exact same hand. I need to work on my poker face here. Have a look at this hand. And let's get started here. So we're going to burn a card. See, even though they are heavy, you can slide, even with leather, you can slide a card underneath there. These are the Modiano cards. By the way, if you like plastic cards, these are one of my favorite brands. Chem is number one. Modiano is a close second. And let's see, I got the cut card there. All right, we're ready for the flop. Obviously, we're not playing for anything. There's no betting cycles here. It's just two kings and, man, two kings. So, who's folding? Let us know what you have in the comments below. The third king. I understand that somebody at home might have 5 kings. If you have 5 kings, let us know. I love YouTube. It's so much fun. And the Queen of Hearts comes in at the end. Wow, very interesting. Like 5 kings would win. Even if you had a royal flush, which I don't think you could have here, you would lose to 5 kings, wouldn't you? 5 kings beats royal flush. Is that how it works on YouTube? Obviously, there are some limitations to doing this online. So, how did the chips do? Were they distracting? Were the labels so terrible? And sometimes when, you know, with poker chips, when you get so many through, there is a certain level of expectation and snobbery. If that's not what they use in casinos, and I don't like labels, but realistically, in play, they do their job pretty well. Sure, when they're sitting in front of you and you're shuffling them, and, you know, waiting for the next deal, it is nice to have something nice in front of you. So, let's actually get through some of this. I'm actually going to show you here, break from tradition, and actually weigh these for you real quick and measure them so you can see what's going on and that there is a difference here. So metal slug ABS chips are going to weigh in. Let's make sure I got this in grams. Roughly 13 grams. Let's see if they are consistent across denominations. Oh, not perfect. Either way, comparing that to a ceramic, Obviously, several grams difference there. So when you grab a big stack of these, you will feel a difference. Again, 9.1. Beautiful. Let's measure them. They're sold as 39 millimeter chips. I have somewhere around here my digital calipers, and we can explore some of these. Now, the other thing to consider, I'm going to talk about this while I'm measuring these, is the price. You remember, the ceramics are going to run a little bit more than a metal slug ABS chip, which is, for some people, a limitation. 39.8, that's pretty good. That's pretty close to the advertised 39 millimeters. And 39.05. So remember, ceramics are not actually made out of like China bone ceramic. They're actually just a really hard plastic sold as a ceramic. So we're really close. We're within a few tenths of a millimeter to 39 millimeters with the ceramics, and very close here on the Outlaw series as well. This one's a little bit under. And let's make sure that we're still pretty close. Anyway, there you go. Gives you an idea of some of the differences. And one of the big differences for me, and I've mentioned this in other videos, is the sound. A lot of people, after you're sitting at a table for hours, that can be pretty bright and pretty loud. I'm not sure if my camera's going to pick up the difference. But these are also pretty bright, but they are just a little less harsh. So as far as shuffling goes, I can shuffle both. I don't have a problem with it. These Outlaws, Discount Poker Shop does a good job with these of keeping the flashing off the edges so they're nice and smooth, shuffle well. They feel really good in hand. Same with the Tikis. I mean, they're just absolutely lovely. And if you want to see the full review, like you can see the dimple right here, which is part of the manufacturing process of the Tiki Kings, of any ceramic. So you can see the full reviews of these if you want on my YouTube channel. But between these two, it's a really tough call, because when you're spending roughly 70 cents a chip versus 10 cents or whatever they're going at now, I'll put an insert in here and show you the current prices, and those prices are subject to change, obviously. Which one do I prefer? You see, my family loves the Tiki Kings, and I like ceramics generally, but these are such a good value. Same with the Lucky Horseshoe that I rolled in earlier. These are both such a good value. It's hard for me to tell somebody, yeah, you want to spend the extra money on these. It really is a preference thing. If you have, some concerns, you can get samples. Just get a little stack of these and order a little sample set of Tiki Kings and decide for yourself. And that's what I would recommend if you're torn between a metal slug chip and a ceramic chip. You really want to feel and know the difference. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to stay up to date with my uploads, please subscribe. You can also visit my Amazon shop in the links in the description below. I am an Amazon associate. I make proceeds from qualifying purchases. Thank you so much for watching. My name is John Hobby.